These days, people are getting more and more back to film cameras, 35 millimeters. And this is something perhaps useful because, many people read blogs. So there are photographers, hobbyists, professional ones who just buy these cameras and just try to review them, put a roll test and see what the picture looks like, and then post them on internet. This is just one of the sites with pictures from various cameras. This one is the Lomography. There's another site, pbase.com, also Flickr, obviously, perhaps others. So people may just try when they want to buy an older camera, may just try to find pictures from that camera to judge whether that camera is worth buying or not. So whether picture quality is good or not. Um, so there are blogs that review those cameras and they post a few pictures, not this one, but it's just blogs. And I just want to share this because many of those blogs actually they take a camera, take some pictures, they talk about the characteristic of the camera, and also they post the pictures. And so many times, if not almost always, the pictures they post on blogs are pictures that have been heavily edited with softwares just like Adobe Lightroom, for example. And that picture is going that you are seeing on internet is going to be completely different from the picture that was actually shown on the paper print from the camera film. So if you are looking for an older camera, and this is also, by the way, true for any camera, digital one, older, newer, and you are searching for sample pictures on internet taken with that camera, always be aware there's a very good chance that the picture you are seeing, and I'm going to talk in a moment about these pictures here, is really, there's a good chance that pictures have been modified a lot with softwares, editing softwares, which these softwares these days are extremely powerful. They can take a picture maybe even from a disposable camera and they make it look like it's a high-end, very expensive lenses camera. So be really aware because we really have a tendency to check to look for the better pictures we can find online, and we want to judge a camera by those pictures, but that's very not true to the actual facts. So let's just go through this. This one, it's a older camera, Canon Prima Super. It's a film camera, by the way, point and shoot, but it's an older. Actually, it's a later model from Canon from around 2000s. And if you notice, these are several users that post pictures here. So let's just take this picture here. Now, you may look at it and you notice it's really not a good, very good quality picture, but you notice the saturation here of the color, the green, the land here, and it feels like something you may think, wow, the camera has nice pictures. Actually, if you look here, the person who posted here did post several pictures, and if you go back and let's just try this one, I prefer the the image on this one. Now look carefully at this picture. It looks like very nice, but also you notice there's like a grain to it, and actually, to my opinion, this was pretty heavily modified with the software. So it's not like the picture was looking on the film. So the guy took the film, he put it on the software, he edited the picture and is looking very differently. So it's not actually expressing the real quality of the camera, but is rather expressing the performance of the editing software. So you don't actually know how good the camera actually is, you know. So if you look at this picture, notice there's a very nice saturation, very nicely saturated colors, perhaps into the greenish tint, um, rather sharp, but not very much. Um, but there is like this saturation to it that to me this tells you right away this was already pretty heavily edited. Let's just open a second one because I have better look at this one. It looks so nice, and I will show you another picture, some other pictures from this very camera that you will be surprised that they don't turn out to be this nice. Why? Because this user has did modify his pictures. So you would say, wow, the colors, like the contrast here, it's so impressive, and even kind of sharpness here around the lid. Uh, don't get misleading by these users who, I mean, everybody is doing what they want, but really try to figure out, was this picture touched by a software or not. Let's just take this guy here. Look at the colors. I think there is no camera on the ground on the market even back in the days. Let's just see what the film was. Ektachrome, yeah, it was more into the let's just stronger colors film, but no film will give you this color saturation at any point on most camera. I don't know if higher end cameras will give you, but this wasn't a higher end camera. This was rather okay consumer grade camera, point and shoot. And regardless the film type, the camera lenses will never give you such saturation of colors. So this was a edited image, and it's really, I personally, I think it's you really need to be careful not to let yourself go with this, oh, the picture looks so good, so the camera is going to be amazing, because you are going to regret it perhaps at some point, especially when you pay more money than is perhaps needed. Yet I think it's the same user, yes, modern. Yet another picture that kind of has defects. You notice the vignetting, but it kind of looks great, and again the color saturation is great. Let's just try to find another user, because that's when you actually try to compare the camera. Let's see if this, so this is just another user. Already the picture here, I think this guy perhaps also modified, because it's really, really sharp. If you look at the background, it's surprisingly sharp, but it didn't change the color saturation. So you notice already those colors are no longer there. Let's just see this guy here. That's again the same user, modern NMT. Look at the reds here. Come on, this is not natural. It's way too saturated as a color. Let's just find some other guy like this one here. I think it's the same user. No, it's different one. So again, not sure if this is a real picture, unedited picture. It looks a little bit too good to be true. Let's just pass to the next page maybe. Because at some point you will notice some pictures just don't have the same colors, just like this one. Where are those colors? Of course, this is going to be a different film, Kodak Pro Image, but again, it can be this different. The film were different back in the days, but not this different. So where are those saturated colors? No longer see them, basically. Look at this one. Now, again, it's the same camera. It's not a different camera, same lenses, and all of a sudden the picture doesn't look that great at all. Like at all, it kind of looks like it has a reddish tint here, and there is no sharpness. The film, of course, is going to play a role to it, but again, it's very different. So when you are looking for a camera and you see a very nice picture that has amazing colors, even this guy was editing the pictures, where he was putting some grain to it, which also can be done in those softwares. But when you look at this picture, you say, wow, okay, perhaps not the sharpest one, but the colors are amazing, right? But I would recommend you don't let yourself attracted by these results. Try to rather look to some, let's just call it less good results. I'm not going to say uglier result, but let's just try to look first at the worst pictures and instead of trying to hope that the great pictures are the ones that the camera will put out. So if you are judging by the worst pictures, then you actually see the performance of that lenses basically and the camera itself. And you are going to spend perhaps the right amount of money and not a crazy price. By this time, perhaps the Olympus, Stylus, Epic, or MGU that everybody is going crazy these days, and it's selling on eBay. It's almost 2020. It's selling up to $400, and it's going to climb. There's no doubt about it. It's going to maybe in 5 years going to sell for 800, $1,000 or more. That's because people post modified pictures of that camera, and especially a few blogs started the whole trend with the camera. I'm not going to name that blog, but the guy who posted pictures 5 years ago on that blog, he acknowledged that he is modifying his pictures in Adobe Lightroom, and actually he posted actually a blog where he is explaining why is he doing so, and they just kind of justify themselves. They say that's always kind of adjustment of image and stuff like that. But there's different steps of adjusting an image. When you develop a film, that the scan and that will process the picture from the film, you can adjust a few parameters to that scan, but that's not editing the image. It's just adjusting a few parameters, and it's not a big change. But then when you take that picture and put it in your desktop into Adobe Lightroom or similar softwares, and you strongly, heavily modify that picture, I would call it even embellish that picture, that's a completely different process. And many photographers, don't they just cannot give up at this step. They just want to do this step in editing heavily a picture, and that's fine for artistic pictures. That's okay. I mean, that's what photography is about, is taking a, let's just say, more or less regular image of something and make it look like unbelievably beautiful and uh, basically different than the reality. That's okay. That's artistic work basically. But when you are reviewing a camera and you are modifying, editing a picture in Adobe Lightroom or similar, I think that's not okay, because you are just basically you are reviewing a software, not a camera. So this is my points. Don't spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a camera because you see amazing, mind-blowing pictures. Tell me what's amazing in this picture, for example. What's amazing to it? There's nothing to be impressed. It's completely different than the quality of the, I don't know, maybe this one or so. It's completely just not the same thing. So don't spend hundreds of dollars or perhaps thousands of dollars because you see crazy looking good pictures on internet. Judge by yourself. Try to look at the uglier pictures from that camera, maybe not the worst ones, but the ones that seem realistically identical with what you get on the printed paper from the camera, and try to judge this way a camera when you see a review or sample pictures like this, and spend your money accordingly. Don't get fooled by the trends, by the way, because you are going to regret it at some point. Okay, thanks for watching, and any comments in the below section. I'm pretty much aware there are going to be people who will, to say it mildly, disagree with this, but I think it's all a matter of being honest and being able to separate the truth from let's just say makeup on the things. Thanks for watching.